Right now, somewhere in the world, a smart person is failing. Not because they're weak, but because they can't control their own mind. If that sounds like you, this story might change everything. In a small town, there lived a boy named Ryan. Ryan was very smart. Everyone who knew him said the same thing. He had talent, he had intelligence, and he had huge potential. If Ryan wanted to achieve something, people believed he could do it. Ryan himself had a clear dream. He wanted to become a doctor. He imagined himself wearing a white coat, helping people, saving lives, and making his family proud. On the outside, everything seemed perfect. His goal was clear. His future looked bright. But Ryan had one serious problem, a problem that slowly started destroying his dream. He couldn't control his own mind. Ryan's mind was always restless. It never stayed in one place. Whenever he sat down to study, his books were open, but his attention was somewhere else. Sometimes his mind went toward his phone. Sometimes it jumped to Facebook or YouTube. Other times it drifted into useless daydreams. Minutes turned into hours and hours disappeared without him realizing it. He often told himself, "There's still a lot of time. I'll study later." But the strange thing was, later never really came. Tomorrow became next week. Next week became next month. And slowly, without noticing, time slipped through his fingers. His parents tried to warn him. His teachers advised him again and again. They told him that focus and discipline were more important than talent, but Ryan didn't truly listen. Deep inside, he believed something dangerous. He believed that being smart was enough. He thought intelligent people always succeed, even without discipline. Then one day, reality hit him hard. The results of the school scholarship exam were announced. Ryan had secretly hoped that if he won the scholarship, his dream of becoming a doctor would become easier. It would reduce the burden on his family and give him confidence. With hope in his heart, he checked the results, and his heart broke. He had failed. His friends, who studied regularly and followed routines, had done very well. The same teachers who once praised Ryan for his intelligence now looked at him with disappointment. No one said anything directly, but Ryan could feel it. He had let everyone down, including himself. That evening, Ryan sat alone in his room. The noise of the world faded away. For the first time, he was honest with himself. He knew the truth. He wasn't lacking intelligence. He wasn't unlucky. He hadn't failed because the exam was too hard. He had failed because he wasted time. He had failed because he lacked discipline. In that painful moment, Ryan realized an important truth. Being smart is not enough. Without discipline, no success will come. That night, Ryan made a decision. A real decision, not one of those promises he made to himself and forgot the next day. He decided he had to change, not tomorrow. Not later, now. Ryan understood that he didn't just need a teacher who could explain subjects. He needed someone who could teach him how to control his mind, how to build discipline, and how to focus. After searching for some time, he found Coach Miller. Coach Miller was a very experienced physical education teacher. But he was different from others. He wasn't just about exercise and sports. He believed that the body and mind were connected. People said that even the most unfocused and lazy students slowly became disciplined under his guidance. Ryan went to Coach Miller and said honestly, "Coach, I just can't focus on my studies. When I sit down to study, my mind keeps jumping from one thing to another. I really want to change. What can I do to improve my concentration?" Coach Miller smiled gently and said, "Controlling the mind is not easy, Ryan, but it is possible. Come, let me show you something." He took Ryan to the school playground. From the sports equipment room, he brought out a toy bow and arrow. He placed a board at some distance and said, "If you can hit the center of this board, I'll know how focused you really are." Ryan took the bow, aimed, and released the arrow. It missed the target. Coach Miller asked calmly, "What were you looking at when you shot the arrow?" Ryan replied honestly, "The trees around me, the field, and the board." Coach Miller shook his head and said, "That is your real problem. You're looking at everything at the same time. A good athlete only looks at the target, nothing else." Then he looked Ryan in the eyes and said, "Your mind is busy with everything around you, your phone, social media, YouTube, random thoughts. If you want to succeed in life, then during study time, you must only look at your goal, nothing else." Ryan understood the message. It was simple, but powerful. Still, he asked, Coach, where should I start? How do I become disciplined? Coach Miller said, I'll tell you 4 simple rules. Follow them seriously and your life will change. He said, first, control your thoughts. Whenever your mind goes in another direction, stop yourself and say, this is my study time. I must focus now. Second, make a routine. Create a daily schedule. Decide when you will study and when you will rest. Your brain loves structure. Slowly, it will start following the routine without resistance. Third, remove distractions. Your phone, TV, and useless apps steal your time and energy. Keep them away while studying. If they are near you, they will control you. And fourth, practice every day. Discipline is not built in one day. Build small habits daily. Consistency is the real key to mental strength. Ryan listened carefully. He didn't argue. He didn't make excuses. He went home and took action. He made a strict routine for himself. He turned off his phone while studying. Every time his mind wandered, he reminded himself, my goal is to become a doctor. At first, it was extremely hard. His mind resisted. He felt uncomfortable. He wanted to quit. But he didn't. Slowly, day by day, his focus started to improve. What once felt impossible became manageable. After some time, Ryan was able to study for hours without getting distracted. His confidence grew. His understanding improved. A few months later, he appeared for another important exam. This time, he didn't just pass. He came first. Ryan knew this wasn't luck. It wasn't talent. It was discipline. It was focus. It was control over his mind. About a year later, when Ryan stepped onto the stage to receive a scholarship, he remembered something Coach Miller had told him long ago. The mind is like a wild horse. If you don't control it, it will drag you wherever it wants. But if you train it, it will take you to your destination. From that day on, Ryan lived by one principle. Train your mind with discipline and success will follow you. And if this story feels familiar, remember this. Your future doesn't depend on motivation. It depends on discipline. Control your mind or it will control you. Thanks for watching. If this story helped you, please like and subscribe for more content that can change your life. See you in the next one.